We have company with antelopes. Hi, little antelope, you make me happy. Yum, 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 yum. Sorry. Then we have some bongos, and behind them on the road are the wildebeests, and all of the creatures are sitting in the village here going yum, 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 I'm eating yum, 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 yum. That's how they get them to stay out here. They give them the food out in the middle of this area.
Yeah, that's why I was looking at the pooper scooper guy this morning. I was hoping
He was the food guy, yeah. Food,
Learn
food,
his
food.
secrets.
I like the bottom of this. Hello, antelope. All right. So here's the little outlook area. The bar is very close as well. We just finished. There are people showing neat things to people of all ages. So it is now officially the end of our trip. We should already be asleep, but we're not, so we'll get over that.
I'm asleep.
Okay, good. I am mostly packed. He is still needing to reorganize and pack a little bit, but thought we would do a little quick recap because we will not be coherent in the morning.
Rolled up and already ready to throw in the suitcase, but I still need to get dressed in the morning and at least
lay stuff out.
We and as a bit of recap, we were planning and desperately wanting to go to this swimming pool today.
Yes, we were.
And then we found out when I called down to the concierge, there's no swimmers in the pool.
What's going on?
Yeah, is it because it's dinner time and all of the families
or was there lightning
away?
nearby?
Or was it the rainstorm? And they said, well, apparently that we looked at the weather forecast and everything looks to be pretty good. And so I called around and I found out that there was some sort of a maintenance issue, whether physical or hygiene or something like it. It was a weird way that they phrased it. It was a
someone might have Peter puked or something in the pool. We don't know.
Everybody pees in the pool, but if somebody left a
I
Snickers
don't pee
bar,
in the pool.
Children do.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
If somebody had left a Snickers bar floating, then they probably needed to do something
about that. Yeah.
To get it. And I said, Michelle has traveled in the past and gotten in the hot tub and come home with COVID.
Sick. Was it COVID?
She was sick.
It was
sick.
A badass cold. It was yeah. No, it was influenza.
So I said, we likely will not visit the pool, but thank you for the information.
Yeah, not anymore at that point.
She was just chuckling at that point.
Yeah, so I'm very sad. Somebody really went to the pool.
In any event, it's going to make packing to go home a lot easier
because nothing's wet.
We don't have wet swimsuits.
Yeah, it made it a whole lot. But now you have a big ass hat.
I do.
Yeah, you can wear it.
No, it's not an ass hat.
It's not an ass hat.
It's an asset, but it's not
an ass
hat.
Hat. Oh. Set hat. Okay, it's the letters.
Yeah, I'll probably put it up and over in the overhead bin.
Yeah,
since we're leaving at 6:30 in the morning.
No, the flight's at 6:30.
Yeah.
So we are being picked up at 4:15. We are going to be at the airport around 4:30 because he doesn't have TSA pre, even though I do. So it may take him a little longer to go through.
Not much longer. Not at that hour.
Yeah, every family who has to get back to work on Monday. It's one of the reasons why actually I was kind of sad we weren't in the park tonight because the last few hours on Sunday night, that park is empty out there. Because if it's a local, they're getting ready for school or something or whatever. And if it's not a local, they're going to sleep because most of them are not doing the 2 or 3 week vacations.
Right,
they're doing the whole
On the other hand, it is July, so it's not a whole lot of
It's
school.
a lot less of that, yeah. That is true. All right, so...
Yes, let's do the official
business. Official business.
What was the best thing of your trip?
I was trying to think about that, actually.
Darn it, you asked me to come up with one.
I know, but I didn't start asking you yet. You know what? This view.
Yeah.
We did the Savannah View, and I've done Savannah View before, and I'll put it up there somewhere. And I never got any of the animals because it was too damn hot.
And it was hot this time, too. But we had welcome breaks.
Rain and breaks, and yeah. And at 12:30 at night, you should, if you have a Savannah View, you should wake up and go sit on your porch because all the aminals come out when it's dark and quiet, and it's so quiet you can hear the giraffes chewing.
2 times you need to actually find a way to be able to get to your lobby, or your balcony view.
So
once is
12:30 at night.
Ask the front desk when's feeding time.
Yeah.
Which we did not do because we didn't know what our feeding time was going to be. And then the second thing is at night when all of the night animals come out because they hide from predators. The predators are asleep, but the
right, but they don't have any predators on this one.
No, of course not.
Right.
But I mean, they're
it's a habit.
Wild animals. The Denobo and the wildebeest.
The bongo.
Keep getting that.
What is a Denobo?
At least it's consistently
Look up Denobo and put in the comments what a Denobo is, because I want to know. Best guess. Put it in the comments.
The rabid dingo.
There you go. The rabid African dingo.
Imported from Australia.
There you go. Yeah. But we would see wildebeests and bongos and giraffes. And there was the big black bird that we don't know what it is, but it kept showing up.
And then there was a black bird with white wings.
That was a heron.
No.
I know. I saw they had a bunch of
It was
herons.
larger. I mean, it wasn't an ostrich large, but
not
it was
ibis.
big.
Heron. Ibises? Herons.
Okay.
Yeah. Heron.
Down here, up here. Down here, up here. Sorry, that's
I know.
Tom Cruise reference there.
Thank you. Oh.
Where's
Dia,
our
what
trust
is-
level? Down here, up here.
Okay.
Down here, up here.
So now that I have talked about that, what is your favorite part of the trip?
Honestly, the room views have been outstanding, but
Yeah.
also not having to get exhaustipated, if they make mixed colloquialisms. At any one park, we did 4 parks in 2 days, which is a demon pace. But it was just a taster plate. It was kind of like, I would like to pick up my heavy hitters. This is what we must do. And we honestly didn't get to many of those. Like the test track for you was a fail.
The Little Mermaid was a fail.
We switched around some things. Like we switched around the creperie, which would have been lovely, but
we got Geo 82.
That's not my big thing. Geo 82 was a big thing. So that was fantastic.
Yeah.
I didn't get to do Space 220, but
that would be easy to get in because anybody can do that.
Totally would rather be in Geo 82, which is a restaurant for adults only in Spaceship Earth.
Right at the back of it. Yeah.
The Epcot globe. You're actually in it.
No, you're not. You're right behind it. Sorry.
All the decorations are
set up. Yeah, it's based on the design of it. It's part of it, and it's if you ever looked at the globe and there's this thing that sticks out the back of it, that's where it is.
Okay.
Over the Project Tomorrow stuff, and it's when you walked in, the bathrooms were floor to ceiling, privacy closed, and it was like soundproofing and elegant, and when you walked in, because it was a really hot day, they're like, "Hi, would you like an ice cold wrapped wet washcloth?" With this infused,
lemon scented,
like a lemon
citrus
verbena or something. Oh my God! Because he, used it, was like, "This is great." I went, "Did you smell the towel?" He's like, "What do you mean? Smell the towel? I want to smell the towel." It was so lovely. So it was an adult space. It got a little loud in there because it's small. It's pretty small,
and it also got a lot expensive in there.
Yes, it was about $100 for two alcoholic drinks for you, 1 alcoholic, 1 non-alcoholic for me, and 2 small plates. And they were truly small plates. The tuna was like 4 slices.
Pinky plates.
And the hummus wasn't deep, but that hummus was kind of nice. I really liked it, the white bean hummus.
Gluten-free white bean hummus.
With papadums. Papadums are usually made with lentils. They have one here that was made with mung bean. And here in Animal Kingdom, they make them with chickpeas.
But what was the pepper? We identified the pepper?
Oh, that was like it was a thin red pepper, but it was spicy.
It could have
been a shishito or a habanero or something. I mean, it was intense.
It could have been a habanero. It was that hot as a part of the hummus at that
level of I took 1 thin slice and went, no, need more hummus.
The watermelon rind was surprisingly
radish.
okay.
Watermelon radish.
Well, I had the radishes.
Watermelon radish is a type of radish that is pink and white. And that was that thing I kept pointing out.
The
And said,
cup?
what cup?
It was a little white cup that almost felt like it was a lychee.
Where are you? In the hummus?
Yeah.
It was a watermelon
I took
radish.
pictures of it.
Then we'll look at them, but it was. I'm pretty sure it was the watermelon radish. But anyway, they had very fragrant mint microgreens. It was very nice. All right, least favorite food you had?
Thankfully, I knew not to order the food from Oga's. That would have been right there in terms of my least favorite food. Not that it is bad food, it's just not exceptional, and it's too weird, and
I mean,
it's just
I've
got
gotten
nothing going for it.
I've gotten the charcuterie review up there. It's okay, and you can do it gluten free. And there was some like blue mozzarella is just blue weird mozzarella. Anyway. So what did you not like, though? What did you eat that you went, no, I didn't want to do that again? It can be a single item. It doesn't have to be a restaurant.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking of a single item, and that may have been the club level. I loved the cheese Danish on one of the breakfasts.
Oh, right.
The second breakfast
you said
was
the croissant
the buttery
was really...
croissant, and I think that may have been left out for a year. I'm not sure. It was like
you almost
so
broke a tooth.
dry and unflavorful.
Okay.
Not one aspect going for it, but it was a croissant. I'm not going to complain too much about it. It just was not like stellar. It wasn't Disney quality.
Yeah, comparatively.
I mean, hell, put it in butter and let it get buttery.
Okay. Anyway,
Rehydrated or
I think
refatified, emulsified.
There were a number of good things in the club level. I think that's that tomato soup tonight.
Oh, tomato soup,
but like with Indian spices. And a piece of paneer. Like, so pick your favorite butter chicken sauce and put a piece of cooked paneer, like grilled paneer in there.
That was paneer? I honestly thought that
was paneer. Yeah, it said it on the thing when you walked up.
Okay. I thought that was the same cheese that we had that had that smoky
the
flavor
manchego?
to it.
No, the bee cheese. The bee cheese.
Bee cheese.
No, it actually said paneer on the thing when I walked up. So I was like, oh, it's Indian grilled cheese and soup.
It did taste smoky, so that's why I got that.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, because the soup spices in there. It was really, really nice, though. I think that was probably... And that the black-eyed peas... The black-eyed peas at Boma were too salty. And we happened to chat with the chef in charge of the club level, who was also the head of chef at Boma. So we chatted, and I mentioned this... I said, just so you know, because she was offering that as an option. And she went, oh, no, that shouldn't be like that. We've got someone new there. Let me work on that. So she gave us black-eyed peas tonight.
Gassed
at
the fact that it was
too salty.
Not served correctly.
I mean, I said, I tend to find things very salty at the parks and stuff. And so it may just be me. And she was like, no, there's somebody new working that station. So I was like, okay, awesome. And then tonight I got the black-eyed peas. So good. Next to they had shredded roast pork with a tamarind sauce. Tonight's snacky dinner was just phenomenal. It was absolutely phenomenal.
And I went really light because I've been having rumbly tummy.
He says tumbly
lumbly. I had manchego cheese.
Manchego, I love manchego.
And I came back because Michelle was like, "Oh my God, did you try the tomato soup?" And I'm like, "I just got here. Are you kidding me?" So I came back to my table with 2 of the little cups of tomato soup. I'm like, I sure hope I like this tomato soup.
I would have eaten yours if you didn't, but yeah, I actually went back and got seconds, so that should tell you something.
I got something else too, but I don't remember what it was.
But I mean, just the club level staff. There were some that we were more engaging than others. There were some that were more efficient than others, and vice versa. They weren't necessarily all the same. And knowledgeable. They were all willing to help and generous and considerate. And I think that was the big thing and that's part of what you pay for club level.
That's not just club level. That was also Disney. Down at Boma. That was also
the chef, Israel, the chef at Boma. Yeah, everyone has been, just this experience this time
even
here
the
has been great.
Staff has been fantastic.
Yeah, Kyle, our waiter, or our bartender tonight over at Victoria Falls. The waiter that we had at Oga's was funny.
Yeah.
So I mean, we've just, I know people, oh, the magic is gone.
A
Oh,
lot
this
of it is her, though. I mean, she
what?
pulls the magic out of people. She's just like, yeah, did you know that?
Well, I mean, because I've said
And
it
so
before,
she
and I'll
starts
say,
off conversations very easily and engagingly.
it's fun.
But that's good.
Good. Okay.
I think my second favorite encounter
Okay.
with this was not a ride, was not a meal, was
Uh-huh.
not any of that
It's a
stuff.
big experience.
But
Okay.
running into the people that we celebrated with at Oga's for the engagement party,
Yeah.
when we saw them in line for the Buzz Lightyear.
I just hear, oh my God, hi. And Drew's like, Michelle, turn around. I'm like, what? Oh my God, hi. Yeah, we ended up sharing the table at Oga's. It was a couple that got engaged, and it was also a 21st birthday, and it was the whole family there. And there it was, the engaged couple and the mom standing in line behind us at Buzz Lightyear. I am sad experience. I did not get a Galactic Hero at Buzz before
Not
it closes
just
forever.
behind us. They were like
Oh, there were like a row or two.
40
but still.
people behind us. But yeah.
Yeah, but the rows
We
crossed,
were
which was
crossing,
nice.
crisscrossing and saying hi each time. But the one that was sitting next to us that had the tight
Olivia.
pigtails.
Olivia.
Well, yeah, I wasn't going to name names, but the one with the tight pigtails.
She's
she
not
had it
on
down.
screen, but yeah.
She had the pigtails down, and it was just like Afro-tastic. It was great.
It was just fun. It was fun.
I almost didn't recognize her, but I recognized.
Oh,
the
I
rest
didn't
of
realize
them.
she was there. I remember the other ones.
She was sitting on the wall.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's so fun. And then the other thing I love doing is getting good photopass photographers or photopass photographers that you start posing. And I love all of my other friends. Nobody poses like this man. I mean, I'll try to put a little montage of some of those videos here, the pictures here, but we just get goofy and keep changing poses and keep doing weird things. And what was that photographer probably did about 20 some shots of us and probably would have kept going if we kept posing. Yeah, just having fun because we were willing
got
to.
a time schedule, but it's like one of 70 photographer with the photopass photographers
Down Main Magic Kingdom, yeah.
down towards the castle.
I'm curious.
Oh,
now.
another cool thing.
Yes.
We were on the People Mover now.
Yes.
Let me give you a good.
Oh, yeah.
The People Mover broke several times. We were on
It's
the ramp.
stopped.
Going up.
Yeah.
It's not an escalator. It was a ramp.
The entrance when you go up the really steep
kind
thing.
of a conveyor belt type
Yes.
of a thing. But it's a very smooth thing, but it's stopped midway, and we had to walk up this thing, which is almost at a.
It's a really tight,
I would
high
say
angle.
35 or 30-degree angle, maybe. It's really steep.
It's steep.
And both of us are on ECVs already.
We're hobbling around a little bit. Yeah.
So our physical health is not feeling so great, but we had to climb this way up there, and we figured it out that it was because people were stacking at the top, and they had no room to just pile in people.
And we think so. Well, and there was a guy that had just gotten off of it that was in a knee brace, so I think it might have had to been stopped for him.
Could have been.
And then then people kept up, so it
Right,
kind of.
yeah.
But yeah, that person took 20 pictures of us. I just counted.
When we got on the actual People Mover, it started off and it was moving just fine, and then we were wheeling through and
into the spaceport section as you start going, not the Epcot prototype one, but when you start to go into the Space Mountain spaceport, and we went in and then we stopped and the lights came on. I'm like, well, okay, that's a little annoying. And then we started going forward a little bit, and I went, oh my god, the lights are on. He's like, what do you mean? She goes, look, and I see he sees these two upside down spacemen with the hills. I went, the ride has been stopped. Those are the lights on. Oh, you're gonna love this.
Space Mountain inside was under construction with caution tape and everything.
That wasn't under construction. That was just a stop.
It was
construction
tape. It was caution tape and everything.
Something might have happened, but
they're refurbing it.
We'll put the video up so you can watch the video up
I've got
there.
It. Yeah, certainly. But then after we saw Space Mountain had been broken down, then we wheeled by a little bit further, and the People Mover broke down, but it was only for about 5 minutes. It wasn't
even that
big
long.
deal. And then we went further along. What else happened along that track?
No, there was just the two stops. There were two stops on the People Mover itself, and Space Mountain itself was lights on, power off, so something had gone wonky. But it was open earlier in the day, so it wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I had seen it like as a timed item, so it just went down. Something went stupid. Somebody dropped something. Something went wrong. But it was full lights up, completely empty. And I don't know if you've ever seen the track like that. I have on occasion, but when the lights,
YouTube, yeah,
yeah, but when the lights are on like that, man.
You don't want to be over 7 feet tall when you
in that ride. I rode it once and was afraid. Like I was kind of people like put your arms up. I'm like,
A concierge up in the club level is 7 feet tall, and he said he rides it and he gets scared like hell.
Oh, I can imagine.
Because not only is his head so close to the next rail, but he also gets jostled around like a muppet. Boom, 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 boom. His whole body is shaking.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right. So we did.
So we made a lot of memories on this trip.
We did, and that's the thing. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If you put magic out there, it comes back to you.
Yeah, in the form of rain.
No, in forms of nice memories. There's so much him. Yeah, he went over to the club level and said hi. My friend forgot and she changed her outfit and she really, really wanted a Mickey bar and some champagne. And
no, I said she needs something to be able to go to sleep. So, do you have any sleep medicine? They said no, and I said something in the form of champagne. They ended up with this.
That is all bubbly. And there's two of them. He got one, I got one. I have to start drinking mine again so I can get some sleep.
That was yours.
But I
was handing it to you.
But it's so far away.
I was handing it to you.
I didn't realize that. I thought that one was yours.
No.
Look, Michelle's drinking on camera. Like that's an old new thing.
Can't do it on broadcast television, but
no, but I can do it here. It's my channel.
As long as you don't make adult words.
Not a family-friendly vlog. Okay. Least favorite. We did least favorite food. Least favorite experience. Besides the very, very loud children in certain areas.
I have a very special reason for mine, but that was walking great distances between shady spots in Animal Kingdom.
The very first day. All right, so when we plotted this trip...
It was just 290 degrees in the shade, and then the sun level made it feel like 519.
All right, okay. So when we were planning this trip, and as you guys know, I've been doing a lot of ECVs recently, just back, knees, stuff that I know that there's so much walking that to make a long day happen, it's the only way I can do it. And he was like, no, I should be walking. I'm like, okay, let's try it.
And my cardiologist wants me to walk.
I'm like, okay, I should probably try it myself and get used to it. Let's do it. And we walked, and we walked a little bit slowly, and we got into the park and stopped a little bit and walked a little slowly and got some pictures and sat, and then we had to go all the way to the back to the safari. We walked and stopped on the way for that, and then we had to walk the whole safari line, and it originally said 20 minutes, and then it was about 40. So we were going all through the back areas and walking. We did not have ECVs. And then we were like, all right, well, we said we were going to walk the animal trails, or we could just go to Nomad and wait over there.
Yeah, let's skip that.
So we slowly, and with 3 or 4 stops just to go from Africa over to Nomad, stopped, got there. Luckily, they were already seating. We sat outside. In retrospect, given the heat, I was okay out there because I don't like my body getting too cold, but I have a feeling you needed more of a cool down than I gave you by doing that. So that was my bad. But we ate, we had a lovely time, and I said, all right, well, we could go do these other things we talked about, or we could just go back to the hotel room, and we're supposed to go to the pool, and we went, okay, and we got back to the room, and we both went to sleep.
Like, dead out.
Yeah, just zonked for about 2 hours, 3 hours.
3 hours, yeah.
Yeah, we needed it. We desperately needed it. And when we got back to the resort, he had to check for a hat because he was afraid about sunburn. And I said, all right, I hate to say this, but I'm renting us ECVs. I'm renting both. Oh, that I have to give you the cost for that. But we're renting ECVs. I'm sorry, we're done. And he went, okay. And that night, the weather was better that night, but he was like, okay, this was probably a good idea. I went,
yeah.
Okay, good. And I think today it really made a difference when it was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think one of the fun things for me is seeing having you see the little bits and pieces that have changed and the things you haven't recognized, and just the fact that. So if you haven't figured it out, we have a lovely repartee on camera. It also happens off camera. The weird looks and everything you see me give him on camera, it happens off camera too. So suffice to say, it's fun to travel with him, and we have not been able to do so. The very last time we traveled, and we've mentioned it on this series already, was the day the parks closed for COVID. We were in Magic Kingdom the day the parks closed.
On the Skyliner for...
That was the day before. The Skyliner was the day before.
Okay.
When the two people had their meltdowns.
Right.
Yeah. But the very last day, that's when we met the citizens of Main Street, and a few of them were on the street trying not to cry.
No, yeah, crying.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, like, just kind of pushing back the tears and tabbing.
Inside the castle, we were asking questions about some of the mosaics on the walls, and they were already just weeping up and just trying not to.
It was tough. It was very tough, because, and as we've said, it's because at that point, you know, the CPs, the college program, were probably about 70-80% of their workforce, and they were sending them all home. And the CPs are like, why are they doing this? They're just going to be bringing us back. And the second we realized they were sending them home, we went,
they're not calling you back.
Somebody knows something that they're not saying yet. Yeah, nobody's being called back. There is something far, far worse about to happen.
Polish up your curriculum vitae, because this will be
no, it's balancing. Don't take my champagne. I have not found a better espresso martini than the one at Wailu Wailu Bar.
Wailu.
Yeah, that's the one at the Polynesian that we didn't go to.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Which means, gosh, Drew, you have to come back again at some point.
I enjoyed seeing Moana this time.
The Journey of Water.
The Journey of Water. Really nice. If it had been cooler, I might have enjoyed it better.
A little more bright. But putting your hands in the cold water was lovely.
So steamy and so nasty. I really, really, really loved seeing it. I didn't go out and do all the little kids stuff, but we went in and took pictures with Figment. And I got into the Imaginarium and saw all the kids playing with all the musical instruments on the walls and on the floors and doing all the things.
All the imaginations things at the exit.
After the kids were there, the grandparents got out there and did little waltzes on the floor with the musical
I missed
nights.
that.
Oh, it was so cool.
Oh, okay. So we didn't get to Haunted Mansion, but what I was trying to explain was there's the...
Although I'm wearing my Haunted Mansion
You are. See, he is representing the mausoleum, if you will put that down now, has a section where there are instruments on the brass thing.
I remember.
And if you touch each individual one, they all make noise. But if you touch them all at the same time, they play grinning ghosts.
Grinning ghosts.
Yes, but they play the Haunted Mansion song if you touch them all together. You just don't realize it until you hit them all at the same time. You have to. It's multiple like the people. Moana. Yay! And that's one of the things I love going through the Journey of Water is watching kids trying to make things happen or not necessarily understanding what's supposed to happen. And my favorite is the very last one, the wave, the ocean, where it'll be two kids kind of raising their arms and you see splashes and splashes. And I'll be like, all right, everybody grab one, right? On the count of 3, we're all going to raise our arms. Ready? 1, 2, 3, yay! And then suddenly this huge wave crosses over and they're like, that was cool. You want to do it again? 1, 2, 3. We did 3 or 4 times. That little girl was so happy because suddenly the big thing happened.
Right.
And a couple of the adults were like, oh, that's going to happen? And they all joined in. So we suddenly got a wall of people all throwing their arms up. And it just, those things, because now everyone has that magic.
That used to be part of the queue for, I don't know whether it still is, for Soarin'. Everybody would play in teams to be able to play these games. It is still where everybody had to like do these stupid waving your hands.
Oh no, there's no more waving their hands. It's trivia stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but it was all physically engaging with the cue for Soarin'.
Okay.
And it was a fascinating way to see who's paying attention and who's not.
Who's not.
You know, who's a team player and who's not, who's English speaking and who's not.
Well, because it doesn't actually have all the languages there. All right, so we did your favorite food, your favorite drink.
I'm gonna go with the
ube chocolate thing, or no, the ube coffee.
No, the roasted leek.
The roasted leek, okay, at Geo 82, okay.
It was it was a thin drink, but it was potent, and it
Yeah.
was so unusual. It
was
wouldn't
savory.
be something that I would ever like think of to be able to make my own.
Yeah.
But I'm a big pickle head, and the big flavor that you get with the gin is the pickled onion.
Yeah.
That's inside there, and I don't mean leek, I mean onion. So the leek is infused into the gin, but
Right.
they also serve it with a pink pickled onion, which I guess is either red wine vinegar or red wine.
It could be.
Pickle.
It was just so cute because he's like, I said, so what about the onion? What onion? The onion. He's like, what are you talking about? Looking at the drink, and it's round and red. So he thought it was like a fruit or a cherry or something, I think.
I didn't know what it was, but
yeah,
it almost looked like it
what
was
about the onion?
it looked like a peeled grape.
Okay. But it was not. It was an onion, and then he realized, and he was very happy. All right, pardon me. For me to figure out what I liked as a favorite drink, I have to go look at our pictures, because dining vlogs, I take pictures of everything. Photos of some of those things will go right here. No.
Another fun thing that we did was after Oga's Cantina, being that we closed the park basically because our reservations started
at 9:10. The park closed at 9.
When the park closed, we ended up out in the middle of no one taking pictures of all of the Star Wars universe against the just amazing
the night sky and
somewhat
everything.
Baselit sky. And so you ended up with these, if you've seen Andor, if you've seen Rogue One, if you've seen those types of shows, you are right in there at nighttime. And what it's
a Black Spire Outpost,
Happy Skies, and
Bright Suns and Rising Moons.
Rising Moons. So it's Rising Moons on the way out there, and we thought that we were the only people left in the park, because that's what Michelle's experience has been closing Oga's before. And
very, very empty. Yeah,
literally closed Oga's. Like there was only two.
There was like four other people.
2 customers behind us, and like the rest of the people were cleaning tables. As we were walking out, then all of a sudden by the exit, it was a ton of people.
Yeah.
A ton of people.
But Galaxy's Edge, they put people blocking so you can't get that far back. And it was just serene and quiet. At some point I turned to him and said, what did you say? That wasn't me. That was like the other sounds of the city. But you realize that there's so much ambient noise.
It was Ronto.
No, he goes like round, or like, what does he say?
He actually has a very...
But he's grumbly. But my favorite thing that he says is turn. He's very unhappy. It's a very unhappy robot. So that's pretty awesome. All right, so we did, and I think mine.
And a cast member then, or whatever they call themselves, came over and offered to take our pictures, because we were taking pictures of the background, that he wanted to take pictures of us against the background, which was so helpful and so appreciated.
So I'm debating. My favorite is either the gin drink at Oga's or that ube coffee thing that you got.
Yeah, that was really, really good.
I took a photo of it, you see purple and brown, but when you're in Oga's, because of the red lighting, you don't necessarily notice it. But it was like a cocoa-y, and I don't mean sweet cocoa-y, I mean like a dry cocoa-y infused chocolate coffee thing. It was really nice. I think that was my favorite there. I think that was my favorite of those. Thing you wanted to do that you didn't get to do. I mean, there's a few of them, but pick your highlight.
Sadly, I'm unable to do roller coasters at the moment, but I really wanted to come out here, and on my list of things that were must-dos that I later decided I think maybe I don't want this to be the last thing I do. It was Guardians of the Galaxy and Tron.
Yeah. So
that broke my heart just a little bit, not even to have it in the
mix.
In the spectrum, you know, that's crossed off the list.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, don't be sorry.
You saw the launch.
I knew.
You saw the launch of Tron.
Yeah,
that was kind of cool.
Well, we were on the People Mover, and we passed by Tron, and we saw
Yeah, the launch. The launch is just, yeah. You want to see me scream for 70 seconds straight? Look up there.
Yeah.
So, I'm trying to think. If and when you come back, what are the two things you want to make sure happens?
Dole Whip.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay.
I'm going to get corny.
Go for it.
The railroad that goes around the outside of Magic Kingdom.
That's going to take a while.
I don't think I've ever been on it.
You won't for another 3 or 4 years.
Really? They were running tonight?
They're only running between Fantasyland back to Main, and then it goes backwards because Frontierland is closed because they're building the Beyond Land, the Villains Land, and closed up. The Tom Sawyer Island is no more. That was just about a week or so ago, and that's going to be Cars Land, and then beyond that is going to be the Beyond Big Thunder project, which is Villains.
Nice.
There's a Maleficent coaster. There's 2 or 3 rides, but it is a Villains Land. And what thing do you never want to ever do again? Do you never want to schedule or do? That sounded like fireworks.
No, it's definitely kids upstairs.
No, 10 o'clock. Oh, okay.
What do I never, ever want to do? Like something that we did this trip that
you go,
don't want
nope,
to repeat?
we're not going back there. Yeah, or we're not doing that again. Anything?
We picked and chose from some of the best things.
I know we did.
If I don't want to do anything again, it's wait for a line that is longer than 40 minutes for a photo op.
Oh, God.
Character photos.
Did we do something longer than 40 for a photo op?
We
did a long time ago, but not this trip.
It felt like this trip, the big 3, it was Mickey, Minnie, and Goofy, was an extended period. But maybe
it was 20. It was 20.
Maybe it was because, well, it said 20, but I think it was longer than that because it opened up behind us. Anyways,
yeah. They were fun though.
They were extremely fun once we got in.
Yeah.
But we had plenty of people bailing before.
Right, that and who knows how long they've been there, because they bring people in small groups because you go from character to character.
And that line was almost entirely outside.
Yes,
and once you got inside,
you're right in, you're there.
I don't want to complain, but the ECVs make it. I mean,
it's hard to get in and out.
Those twists and turns
are
at ridiculous angles, not difficult ones, but if you're blinded by night vision and stuff.
Right.
I was running into walls. I was running into the what's it called at the bottom of the wall?
The wainscot. You know what he's talking about. Yeah.
So I was like popping up and like.
Oh, gotcha.
Doing that stuff.
Well, now also keep in mind this is the first time you've ever had to do it. Now he did a really good job, kind of getting around with the ECV and making the turns in most cases.
I was killing it, man. I was on high speed going through those lines. I was like, and I had to like slow down at the very last second to avoid hitting the person in front of me.
You mean me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just looking at the time. It is actually 10:09 now. We fly
6:30
at 6:30, which means we're being picked up at 4:15. I'm getting up at 3:55. He's getting up at 3:45, I believe, and he still has to pack. Yeah, so he's going to try to pack.
Good night.
Good night.
Good morning.
Oh, no good morning at this point. Sadness we leave. Sorry for the air pressure, guys. Goodbye. Farewell. It was nice knowing you. We'll come back soon. Okay, I have made it through security. He's going through security right now because it is a little busier on his side of the world.
I'm gonna go right here, okay?
Car, we got down to pick up our car maybe a minute or two late. We, like we were actually down turning in our ECVs at 4:15, so we got out maybe like literally a minute late. So he was there. He got in there at 4:04. Drive was quiet and pleasant. You know, again, Orlando Elite Transportation, and I'll find that card again at some point. I might even have the card on me. Let me see if I can do that. Orlando Elite Rides. Here, let me give you the QR code. I don't know if you can read it. Use that QR code. Once he gets through, we're going to go through to take the train with your final monorail ride. We are going to eat the wonderful, amazing, very generously gifted breakfast that was given to us by the team over at Club Level. This is not normal. This was what they would call a magic moment. They were quite helpful because we leave at 4 a.m. So it's not something you can expect. If you get it, that's amazing, but don't expect. Okay, and fly home. I mean, it's 5 o'clock now, 5:01 now. Once he gets through, we just get to the other side. Boarding will start at 6, so we still have about an hour. I may even start my breakfast organization now. And I just will enjoy a nice little breakfast. If you haven't done so already, please remember to like this video, share, subscribe, all the good stuff, none of the bad stuff. And don't forget, I don't have a tagline. Singing hey ho, a maiden's life, 1, 2, 3. Hey ho, a maiden's life, won't you drink with me?